This launch in Abuja of the Global Commission's report on confronting the crisis of global governance is the third presentation of the report after the launch last month in The Hague, Berlin, and United Nations headquarters in New York. Aimed at kickstarting conversation on global security, justice, and governance, the idea of a Nigerian presentation is to task policymakers in Africa towards concerted action on the complex challenges of the region and also the world. Nigeria Vice President Professor Yemi Osinbajo said Africa is one of the continents at the center of a series of vices and conflicts resulting from crises of global governance, and Nigeria needs to play a pivotal role in the reforms of global governance institutions in Africa.
The crisis of global governance has deeply contributed to and continues to engender insecurity, injustice, corruption, insurgency, violent extremism, terrorism, piracy, climate change fears, cybercrimes, and underdevelopment, amongst many other vices. Regrettably, Africa is one of the continents at the center of these crises.
The co-chair of the Global Commission's report, Professor Gambari, said peaceful governance at the national level alone is no longer enough, and efforts are being made to draw links between security, justice, development, and good governance towards a peaceful world. Issues which the chairman of the occasion said are connected to Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs.
There will neither be peace nor development unless there is a democracy and respect for human rights. Therefore, justice is tied to them.
The Commission considered new frameworks for collective action on critical issues such as state fragility and violent conflicts, the impact of climate change on vulnerable populations, and volatility of the hyper-connected global economy. Its recommendations complement, among other undertakings, the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, expected to be endorsed by world leaders next month in New York.
The presentation of this report here in Nigeria is expected to not only stir a debate, but also proffer solutions towards the adoption and implementation of the global recommendations towards tackling the many challenges of security, human rights, justice, and environmental degradation. Omelogo, 90 Channels Television News.